Sheffield United in their pink shirts today with the black shorts and pink socks against a Leicester City team who play predominantly in royal blue with the white and yellow trim. Now the Blades are defending here. Tielemans bundled his way up to the edge of the penalty area where there were plenty in pink back, and the Blades lose possession, and Vardy will get the shot away, and it skids along the surface from just over 20 yards. Ramsdale committed to making the save. He didn't have to in the end. Leicester on the attack, glancing header, Perez! Saved by Ramsdale. He's tipped the ball onto the post, and behind it goes. Tielemans prepares to take this corner. It's bent into the middle. The corner dropped straight onto the head of Ollie Norwood. Vardy wins it back and shoots on the angle, and Ramsdale makes the save from 8 yards. In the end it was straight at the Blades goalkeeper, who in the end made a comfortable save. Free kick then to Sheffield United as we still await the first goal of the game. The charge goes in as Fleck bends it in, the heads go up, Fofana with the header and a clearance. Then Norwood tries to keep the Blades on the front foot, winning an aerial duel, but Leicester try and spring to halfway where Baldock wins it back. Now on his right boot, he has a runner on his outside and a potential here to cross. It will be worked towards the edge of the penalty area. Leicester City get it back, goalless in this Premier League tie, and Iheanacho will cross the halfway line. Former Manchester City youngster, it's peeled forward, a bending ball towards Vardy. Fleck, the Scotland international, and in it comes then on his left boot, decent bend on it, but a good height for Soyuncu to head clear. Leicester, in trying to play their way forward, actually play it back, and they've played into Sheffield United's hands here, and Fleck works it out to Billy Sharp. First touch, and he's away from Ndidi. Infield it comes now to Norwood, who spreads play crossfield, striding forward from the back. Basham back in the side after minor injury sustained at Fulham. His crossfield ball is nodded away from the edge of the penalty area by Fofana. Leicester get it back with the scoreline at 0-0, and now watch the counter-attack go. High ball forward, out towards the left-hand side. Racing after the ball, Vardy, who cuts the dash in field. And in the end, he's been pulled back. Along the deck it goes, out towards the far side. Baldock back then. Goes the cross into the penalty area. Oh, and it almost dropped in for Billy Sharp, who was lurking 6 yards out. He just couldn't get there to make the connection. Here's Fleck, wriggling away from two in the blue of Leicester City. Back now to Bryan, to Fleck. Fleck dispossessed as he is challenged by Iheanacho, and now the Nigerian drives Leicester across halfway on the counter-attack as he looked to cut in past Kean Bryan. Bryan got a touch to the ball, and then Vardy wins it back, and Vardy is in a crossing position, but there's nobody inside the penalty area. Pereira beat Fleck to the ball, and now Fofana driving Leicester City on from the back into a more central position. The shot comes and a big deflection off Ethan Ampadu, who flung himself at the ball. Ramsdale had committed to try and make the save after Tielemans shot, but it's squirmed behind for a Leicester corner. Yuri Tielemans, who will take the corner from the far side, which is the Leicester left, hit with a low trajectory in at the near post, comfortably sent away. It's that confidence, isn't it, as Leicester get into a crossing position and a scoring 1-2, and Kelechi Iheanacho had a tap in from close range. He couldn't really miss as he celebrates, looking to the stars there as Leicester City take the lead at the King Power Stadium, and Sheffield United's tumultuous weekend has taken a turn for the worse at Leicester. Here is Fofana just short of halfway as we tick towards the referee blowing his whistle. Peter Banks does just that, and at half-time it's Leicester 1, Sheffield United 0. Can Sheffield United respond, trailing Leicester City by 1-0 as the second half gets off and underway? Here's a cross bent into the middle. It had to be dealt with by Bryan. So Leicester have the first corner of the second half. And not for the first time in the game, not particularly well taken. Perez pushes the ball on here. Dangerous moments for Sheffield United as Iheanacho tees up the ball, and it's cleared off the line from Jamie Vardy. Vardy thought the goal was at his mercy. Now Norwood teasing a high ball over the top, sticking out a long left leg. Soyuncu is there. Sheffield United do get a corner of their own here. 4 or 5 pink shirts in the 6-yard box for John Fleck to aim at then from the right-hand side. In it's pinged into the middle, glanced away, back from Norwood, back into the penalty area, head tennis, and Norwood is repelled In it comes from the right footed into the box, too high for a rising Evans. Here's Iheanacho through to Vardy, and Vardy from the edge of the 6-yard box brings a good save from Ramsdale. Forward to the edge of the penalty area, darting run here from Tielemans, whose attempted shot or indeed cross flies in at Ramsdale's near post. Looking for him to score, and it goes into the penalty area. Heads go up from this free kick, fairly given or not. It was fairly dealt with, and Leicester played away down the far side, but the Blades will try and get it back. But Leicester intercept, pressing well here. Albrighton's away down the far side. Iheanacho's certainly a target. Perez, though, gets it 25 yards out. He shoots and buries it, and with that, Sheffield United's chances of getting back into the game. I ought to say Perez returns to the Leicester starting 11 with a venomous strike past Aaron Ramsdale, for which the young goalkeeper could do little about that, and Sheffield United heading to defeat at Leicester. It's going to be a long goodbye, I suppose, isn't it? If here we go with Vardy into Iheanacho, and Iheanacho has scored his second goal of the match. He looks to the stars as he celebrates, and I'm afraid it's no comfort for Sheffield United down at Leicester City, and it's a continuation of this very long and very flat goodbye from the Premier League. Leicester 3, Sheffield United 0. Well, corner, in it goes, and a looping header from Norwood takes it away from goal. In it comes, high into the 6-yard box. Brian's glancing header clear, then a volley from Stevens. He could do little else, as Perez will shoot from the edge of the penalty area. It was the same corner routine. Tielemans will take this free kick. Chipped in, Ramsdale flies out of his goal mouth and makes a confident save. Clearly, we are seeing a side who are very confident, very comfortable. There's a shooting chance and a fourth goal for Leicester City, and Kelechi Iheanacho, as he took possession of the ball, he wasn't closed down, he had time and space, and when he already had two, he thought, well, I'll go and try and get three, and he did, with a rasping low drive that beat Ramsdale as he made the dive down to his left-hand side. No mercy. Leicester 4, Sheffield United 0. He's had a wonderful day, Kelechi Iheanacho. And, well, if it's his first ever brace for Leicester, then it must be his first hat-trick. Tielemans onto Vardy, and it's knocked in. It's going to be an own goal. Ethan Ampadu got the final touch as the ball crossed the line, but Jamie Vardy was involved, as you might expect it to be. Well, if Sheffield United fans were already in an emotional state following the departure of Chris Wilder, their team has gone to Leicester City today, who've been absolutely faultless. Leicester 5, Sheffield United 0. The ball is given away, and it's the Leicester substitute, Lesha Bella, the South African, who carries it forward. Now Vardy driving towards the dead ball line. It's pulled back and it's fired over from Iheanacho. Well, arguably one of the easiest chances he's had in the game. He's missed. In comes another Tielemans cross-back stick, and the players were arriving. Vardy turns the ball in here, chance for another for Leicester, and it may still be the block from Ampadu from Iheanacho as he broke through, and then Iheanacho fouled Ethan Ampadu. So Leicester have a corner, another one, into the box it goes, glancing header, but Iheanacho's glancing header actually helped Sheffield United. The referee blows his whistle. Sheffield United have been beaten by 5 goals to 0.